You give me butterflies when you smile, and it feels so good. I just can't hide. I wanna hold your hand.
So I usually start off with eyes first, but because I'm going for the soft minimalistic look, I'm not really doing much for the eyes other than concealer. I'm using the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. I know everybody hates like the black cap like concealers from e.l.f., but I just think they're so much better than the white ones. I feel like there's a difference in the shades, at least like the undertones, because whenever I tried to get like a good shade for me in the white cap ones, none of them, like, they were all too warm and like orange and yellow. Like none of them were really like neutral. So I wonder if that's a difference between the black capped concealers and then the white cap, but I know the main difference is that the black caps are matte and the white ones are hydrating. And I'm an oily skin girly, so it's like I always go for matte. And I definitely forgot to dampen my beauty blenders. Okay, now that the eyes are all like prepped and stuff, I'm gonna do winged eyeliner. My favorite eyeliner is easily the Urban Decay 24/7 Inks one. I also don't know why I try and speak while I do my eyeliner. So it took me 5 minutes to do my eyeliner, and we're not watching all that. I have a good tutorial on my TikTok. I'll link it in the description. It just was not a good liner day. Now onto the base. I'm using this CoverGirl primer and mixing it with this Maybelline foundation because I did it once and my base came out really nice. So we're gonna see if it was a fluke or it's actually like legit. I don't know what spreading it out with a finger does, but I feel like it makes a difference. So once I started doing this, I don't think I ever went back. This is really amazing and beautiful and I look great. I'm now coming to the conclusion that I should have dampen my beauty blenders, so we're gonna use setting spray to sort of offset this situation. I feel like this is ASMR because I do it so hard. And not missing the ears, because 9 times out of 10 when you don't do your ears, you can tell. For the second layer, I'm just using a brush to apply. And once again, using that same beauty blender to buff it out. Now I'm going to do a little bit of contour slash bronzer. I'm just using a really dark concealer that I have. I just do 3 dots going down and then I buff it out with a brush. I also do sort of like a 3 shape situation with trying to disperse this out evenly. Doing under the chin and the other side and forehead. I feel like I keep talking about how crazy I look, but I'm not fixing it. We're getting there. So for blush, I'm using this Amazon Rare Beauty knockoff. Just do a little bit here. Same on the other side. I'm actually running out, which is a bummer because I really like how the shade blends out. I'm using some of the Lip Bars liquid blush. Also doing some dots. I go in a circle and then I blend up. Blend it all out. Some setting spray. Now after I do setting spray, it's time for the under eye concealer. I like doing a brush at first because I feel like it lets me really put the product where I want to at first. And I'm a sucker for the triangle shape. I love it. I will always do it. No harm, no foul. After I do majority of it under my eye, then I start to go up with the excess. But after I do all of that setting, I go in with that beauty blender I used for the foundation. And then I blend it all out. Now going over my eyes with the beauty blender. I'm doing this because I felt like the concealer was just a little bit too bright and I want this to kind of tone it down a little bit. Now it's time for nose contour. I've been working on my nose contour technique for a while and it always comes out different, so I don't know. Sometimes I'll use a more narrow brush to really define like the lines, but since this concealer is so pigmented, I just sort of do this kind of in place for a bit, just going up and down my nose bridge. And I usually don't do it along my actual nose bridge because other than the fact it'll end up there anyways, I like my nose to be a little bit more like pointed and kind of like fairy-like in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'll probably put pictures on screen where like my nose contour like came out really well when I did this kind of method, but I actually put way too much. Did this before once, but maybe I didn't do as much. So now that I've kind of blended a lot of the product out, I try to connect them at the bottom, and then I start kind of buffing out this side part here. Part of this muddiness is I have a dark spot right next to this concealer. I like to leave my contour a little bit more harsh because when you put powder on, it sort of like softens everything, and this whole look is just a trust the process moment. Please. I like to use a translucent powder for areas I want to brighten, so like under my eyes, to do kind of this mustache area. I like to do my chin, and I like to do just the like the T-zone right here. And then I like to follow up with a pressed powder. I go in here, excess, and then do the rest of my face like this. And you'll kind of see like a lot of the color and stuff gets a little bit more toned down after doing powder, which is why normally I do like a lot more blush and stuff, but again, I wanted this look to be a little bit more subtle. And you can always add more color with the powdered version of products. So powdered contour, powdered bronzer, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm definitely gonna go in with more blush, definitely. I should have covered up my nose a bit better. I've had so much acne on my nose for my entire life, and it's so annoying. Now with this Juvia's Place palette, mixing the two colors, doing a little bit here. And of course, we cannot forget about nose blush. It's like the best part. I do the perimeter, my cheeks, and my nose, so. Then I do the powdered bronzer to deepen up like the outside. I don't go all the way down, I focus it like right here. And also the perimeter. Then I just use this powder brush that has like no powder on it, and I just kind of buff everything out. Setting spray once again. I think this was the first highlighter I ever bought. I've had so much acne on my nose for my entire life, and it's so annoying. This Eco Styler large eyeshadow brush is like my favorite. I feel like it disperses highlighter so well. Like, that's beautiful. Like, look at that. Very subtle, but like it's there. And the reason I really like to do my eyebrows last is because I do this like highlighter here. It's easier to do all my eyebrow stuff after I do this rather than try and do this before, because I can really disperse it and make it not as like harsh and stuff. Something I also do is I take a really tiny brush and I put like a lot of highlighter in like a very specific part. I just feel like my nose contour today is not giving. And going away from the nose, I do them a little less frequent. Depending on the look, I don't want this look to be too freckle centered. I went ham on my nose. I just poked my eye with the mascara. Cut the video, cut the cameras. Anyways, my eye's probably gonna be watering for a little bit, so I'm just gonna finish up my mascara. Guys, I can't let it stop me. Now we're gonna leave my eyes alone, and we're gonna do a combo lip combo. So I didn't record my lip combo, but in the description there's a link to my Bendable, which I put all the products in. So my bad. I don't know if this looks any good, but it looks really good in person. Lashes. I'm using some Duo lash glue. This is black. I'm not gonna lie, I just looked in the mirror. Yeah. I don't know if it's the look or if it's my face. It's giving either way. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Also, it's my first video on my new camera, so bear with me while I try and figure out the settings and editing and stuff like that, but I'm really excited for this new journey. I'm really hyped right now. Let me know in the comments if there's any other kind of makeup styles or videos you want me to do, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.